This is note page 18, the federal court system. So you've learned that there are three different courts in the federal system: district, appeals, and U.S. Supreme. Well, they handle primarily two types of court cases. You're familiar with both. One type is called the criminal case, and this is where the courts are just figuring out, did a defendant break a law? Are they guilty of breaking a government law? There are two types of criminal cases. You've probably heard of them. Felonies are serious crimes like violent crimes, and misdemeanors are still crimes, but they're minor. They're most common would be speeding tickets, parking tickets. The other type of case the courts handle are called civil cases. You know these as lawsuits. These are cases when people are trying to figure out, do you owe me money? Two parties disagree with one another. You owe me money. Oh, no, I don't. And so you go to court in a civil case. The civil case tries to answer the question, is the defendant responsible for having broken or damaged something, and therefore have to pay money to replace it? As you've learned, there are three courts that make up the federal system. Down at the bottom, you have your district court or your trial court. In the middle, you have the appeals. And at the very top, you have SCOTUS. All three courts, they answer different questions. They make their verdicts or decisions in different ways, but they all work together. For example, cases always start down here in district. That's why they're called the trial court. And the way they make a verdict down here in district is they bring in a jury of people to decide at the end of the case, did the person break the law or is the person innocent? In the appeals court, the question that they answer is, did the person actually get a fair trial down here in district? In the appeals court, there's no jury. It's a group of three judges. They listen to the arguments, and these three judges vote in order to decide, did the person get a fair trial down here in district? And then at the very top, you have the U.S. Supreme Court, and they make their verdicts by 9 judges. They listen to the facts of the case, and then they make a majority vote. Even though we have 3 different courts that do 3 different things, they all work together, and their primary purpose is to make sure that a person receives a fair trial when they go on trial down in district. Court cases always move up the system. They start down in district. Then if there's a question about fairness, they move up to appeals. If there's still a question about fairness, then they can move up to the Supreme Court. Cases never, ever, ever start at the top and move down. It's always you move from the bottom